Hi.
Hi.
We are getting ready to go. We just did chores and we gave them some food, so they should be good for a week. I'm just kidding. They're not like cats. We have somebody coming over a couple times a day to check on them, but we finished chores ourselves tonight and we are heading down to Spokane.
All right, so we're gonna head down to Spokane and grab the train and head over to Wisconsin. Here we are at the Spokane terminal. Here's the main station. Why are we here at 11:30?
Because the train leaves at 1:30.
It's so convenient.
1:25.
That the train comes through Spokane in the middle of the night. All right, let's head inside because it's like 12 degrees out here.
It's cold. We are in our roomette. I think it's about 2. So we still have a little bit of time before the train takes off, but I think here we're gonna find out what time we need to be up for breakfast, and then otherwise we're gonna go to sleep. Good morning. Oh, we're moving again. We were just on a siding for just a couple minutes while another train passed. And here we go. Unfortunately, because of issues in the dining car, which they're going to try and fix later today, we couldn't eat in there, so we're eating in our room, and it's more of a to-go breakfast. Alright, we made it out of our cabin, and so we've been exploring the train a little bit. So now we're going to go hang out in the lounge car.
Back in school and got a technical cruise.
Oh, we're just exploring. We're just seeing what you got.
We're back in our cabin, and now that it's daylight, we're gonna try to give you a better idea of what the roomette looks like. There's a window. And on each side, you have seats. Stacy's modeling the seat.
And in between them, there's a table that folds out. These 2 seats fold down to make a bed, and then there's another bed up here that folds down.
We have a coat hook here, and then 2 hangers for coats. There's kind of a nook here you can store things. There's 1 plug in there, a little temperature control, some lights. There's like, it looks like shelves.
These are actually the steps to get into the upper bunk.
So we're actually kind of across from a bathroom. So it's just a basic little toilet. This is my boot, so you can see how small that little compartment is. And then you have a little sink. Downstairs there's some more toilets and actually a shower and a changing room. And now we have walked to the train, we've had breakfast, and the next thing that's coming up is
Whitefish, Montana. So we have 5 locomotives on this train. These 2 are brand new, and from what I understand, they're already broken down. And so the lead locomotive is actually a BNSF freight locomotive.
That's the Walton Hotel and a locomotive that has been outfitted that you can rent and stay in. It's not as busy as before, so
The scenery isn't quite spectacular either.
Flatter. Looks like a lot of wheat farms, ranching. It's still cold, but it's nice to be had to get out and stretch our legs for a minute.
Hi Virginia. How has our dining experiences been here on the Empire Builder?
Well, you know, this morning we showed you our continental breakfast, and so then in Shelby, Montana, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they brought on Chinese food in Shelby, Montana, and it was all right. But they're really trying, and I don't know. They said something about dinner, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess they had a water line that broke on their dining car, and it's not going to be fixed until they get it back all the way to Chicago. This card, which they put in here just to entice us with things like steak. What else is on here? Mixed green salad. Anyway, so that's where we're at. We'll give you an update. I think this is going to be our view pretty much through northern Montana. We keep coming across some pretty nice homesteads, and then also some totally abandoned homesteads.
It makes you sad when you see an abandoned homestead because you know how much work and effort somebody put into building it originally. So it is morning in North Dakota. The sun is brilliant. It's really cold outside, and we are moving in the right direction. I say that because at breakfast they had to back up 14 miles to a siding. Evidently there's too many trains, not enough tracks, they said. We're in Grand Forks, North Dakota. We do have the option of getting off the train here to get some fresh air if we want. But it's 11 below outside before the wind chill. So I'm gonna stay right here. We are going through central Minnesota right now. There's definitely more topography and definitely more trees, but not a lot of evergreens.
We are still on the train, and we went through Minneapolis, which is just a big metropolitan area, so we didn't film it. And we have about 2 hours until we're in La Crosse, Wisconsin. So we had our lunch, which was takeout from Dairy Queen, because they're still working really hard to find food along the train. I guess this is a very rare occurrence. So we're looking forward to our return trip and being able to partake of Amtrak dining. But otherwise, we're enjoying our view. It's really nice to ride and look out the window, and we're excited about getting to La Crosse. We made it to La Crosse.
That's our train behind us, and it's gonna leave without us because we are where we need to be.
Woo! Now we have to make it to the hotel. It is a little bit after 8, so a 9-hour delay.
We're gonna try Uber for the first time. While Virginia continues to try and figure out Uber, let me show you the station. It's beautiful. We're here.
We made it to a hotel room. It's so big after being in our cabin on the train.
And we successfully did our first Uber ride.
Now we're gonna go out and try to find some real food to eat, and then come back and go to bed.
Conference is tomorrow.
All right, good night.
We're here at Moses. Just had our delicious organic breakfast they provide, and now we're gonna go explore.
One of the things that we're excited about seeing here in Moses is all of the suppliers that you can come visit and talk to. All right, we've had a great morning at the conference. Now what time is it?
Lunchtime.
And of course, we're gonna have some delicious organic food here.
And a cookie.
Whew, we made it back to our hotel room. You gotta see.
The hall.
We got a lot of stuff today. And, oh, look at that collection of pens.
Lots of pens.
Whoa, lots of stickers for the farm
Lots
door.
of stickers. A couple coffee cups.
Coffee cup. A lot of
sunglasses. Gallagher sunglasses.
and we got a lot of literature. We talked to a lot of people today.
Yeah.
So, what were some of your favorite things today, Stacy?
Being in a big room full of like-minded people with lots of big ideas about farming is very energizing and inspirational.
I really liked going around the exhibit hall and talking to all the different people who are there with different products, or maybe they're representing an organization that's doing something with farming or organic farming, and just talking to people. I love talking to people, so it works for me. We did a session on water on your farm.
Water on the farm.
And
ruminants, like the right animal in the right place at the right time. That was an interesting seminar.
and there was one more.
What was it?
Oh, online marketing.
Online market. That was actually very interesting. I didn't think, just looking at the title, that I would be interested in it as much as I was, but it might have been actually my favorite today.
Yeah, it helped me clarify a little bit on, like, you know, what kind of things or what are we doing online, and how to streamline some things and how to focus on different areas. So that was very interesting. And then we, of course, you know, as we showed you, we had some organic food. And of course, where do you think we went to dinner tonight?
Culver's. When in Rome, I mean Wisconsin.
So we just had Culver's, and now we're gonna take showers. And tomorrow we have conference, and then we take the train back tomorrow night. All right, we missed the whole second day of the conference for you, but we got up and we did go to the second day of the conference.
And it was good. There was some good presentations. There was a specific one on dairy that we really enjoyed, with some research that came out of the University of Minnesota, which always does good dairy stuff. We've seen some of their other stuff through like eOrganic. So we really enjoyed that. We even learned some stuff.
And we went to a presentation on agrophenology, which is this idea of finding different indicator things on your farm, which could be when does a certain bird species come, when do things flower, when do you see certain leaves, or other different things, and that could help you figure out when you should do things on your farm, as opposed to just choosing a date on a calendar, like on March 15th we're going to do this.
And we like to consider ourselves to be pretty observant. You know, we're always watching out for things on the farm, but I think going forward we're going to do a better job of tracking the dates and trying to find trends over time, because I think that'll be fun.
So we did that.
We visited the bookstore, and there's
yeah.
definitely some books I want to check out and read and learn more about. And
I think that's it. And so now we're just hanging out at the hotel a little bit longer.
because it's warm in here.
And then we're gonna go to the Amtrak station, and the Amtrak leaves around 7 tonight. And our hotel, because La Crosse, the Mississippi River goes through La Crosse. So I was gonna show you outside. You know, it's cold out.
But it's pretty.
But yeah, it's really pretty.
Right on the river here.
Yeah, so here is the Mississippi River. We are back on the train,
On time.
and we had the coolest thing happen while we were waiting at the train station.
There was this gentleman who walked in, had a barn coat on, rubber boots. I remarked to Virginia that like he looked like he just walked out of the milking parlor. He was actually a dairy farmer. He's retired now, but he was at the station to pick up some of his Amish neighbors. But I'm sure he really enjoyed just talking about cows for a while with us.
And so did we.
Of course, we love talking about cows.
All right, my turn to talk.
Okay, you can talk about that little slip of paper and
what is on this?
and what it means to us.
This is our 7:30 dinner reservation, which means there's actually dining on our way back to Washington State.
Would you like to look at the dinner menu?
Yes, let's peruse the dinner menu. So for appetizers, you can have crab cake, tamale or baby brie. For entrees, you can have a steak, chicken breast, salmon, or tortellini with pesto sauce. And for desserts, you can have a chocolate torte, a cheesecake, or a carrot cake. Stacy's like, this is just like being underway.
It's like being underway on a ship.
So we have the upper bunk, and then the 2 seats on the bottom became a bunk, and now we're gonna go to bed.
Good morning.
Hi.
We're in Minot, North Dakota.
It's cold.
It's cold. It's kind of loud too. There's a freight train going by on one side, and then we're here. They're doing some servicing, fueling the locomotives, crew change, and we're just out stretching our legs and getting some fresh air. Just left Cut Bank, Montana. Went over that really tall trestle. Starting to get dark out. We're gonna eat dinner soon, and then in the middle of the night tonight we'll be back in Spokane and heading home. Looking forward to seeing all our critters.
Ta-da!
Here we are back on the farm. It's actually a day later because we slept a lot yesterday.
We were kind of tired. Traveling makes you tired.
Yeah, and getting into Spokane at like 2 a.m. and then having to drive an hour home, it just messes up your sleep cycle. So here we are.
We made it.
We made it. Overall, I think we had a great trip. The train ride out was not the best, as we talked about. Moses was awesome. We really enjoyed the conference. We learned a lot. We made some new contacts, met some people, learned some things. Did I already say we learned some things? It doesn't matter. It was awesome.
We learned more things.
We learned more things. And then the Amtrak ride back was much better than the one out.
Mm-hmm.
It was more along the lines with what we expected and what we paid for. So.
And then, just like anything, you get excited about a trip, and then you go on the trip, and then all you do is, want to get home. So, we're very excited to get home and see our cows.
We missed our girls.
And they're doing good. We are starting to lose some of our snow cover, as you can see.
It was 54 degrees yesterday here on the farm, and sunny.
So,
today, not so much.
So, yeah, today is, I think it's March 2nd. And we're hoping to see a big change this month going into spring, and the cows are definitely ready for spring.
We're expecting amazing grazing this year, though.
Always the optimist. So thanks a lot for coming along. I hope you enjoyed having this trip with us. We enjoyed taking you with us and taking time to speak to you about things that we're seeing, and we hope that you're having a good day wherever you are. Okay. We'll see you next time. Bye.